favorite Mana Sri Lanka. You're back with us on the show, and we have the lovely, timeless beauty of Angela Seneviratne here on the show with us. So she's been dishing out some of the stories and some of the past experiences. Right now, she's very interested in our Christmas tree.
The baubles.
Baubles.
Baubles. Yes.
Have you set up your Christmas tree already?
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
It is
all done.
All up. Including an upside down Christmas tree.
Wait, what?
An upside down.
How does that work? Please.
I hung it up from the attic balcony so that it's upside down and the star is at the bottom. It has a beautiful conical shape hanging from the balcony.
That is such a cool idea.
Yes.
How come no one's ever thought of that? Until now.
Did you think of it yourself, or you saw the idea somewhere, or you just decided that's...
No, it's my old tree.
Okay.
That is awesome.
Wow, that is a very cool idea.
Yes.
So all the people who walk into your house, visitors...
My tree has a lot of memories. I remember my children fighting with each other as to who would decorate it and what sections would be decorated by whom. And that tree has a lot of memories, so I wouldn't want to discard it. So I want to keep what's remaining of the tree. It looks good now, upside down.
But so you obviously love the Christmas season, and you mentioned that earlier on the show as well.
Yes, I do.
Your family as well. But I mean, when you were working full time as an actress, even in cinema, in movies as well as in teledramas, how did you manage to balance your life at that point?
I didn't.
Your family life.
I didn't. I was a terrible balancer.
Okay.
Yes.
And you will say that
I'm
without
very
any
open.
reservations.
I don't have this facades that I want people to believe. I was terrible at managing the roles of mother and working person because I was not only an actress but I was a working person as well.
Yeah, yes.
So it was 3 roles, and that's a very bad job.
I see.
Right.
But
I think the children suffered,
Right.
not the jobs. Yeah.
So you have no regrets about the sort of acting career that you took on, or once you look back you realize that it's made you the person you are today?
Yeah, the thing that I learned in life is I don't regret anything.
Right.
And that's not a cliche that I'd like to talk about all the time, because it sounds so said before.
Right.
But the truth is,
I love this. This is so good.
but the truth is, I have learned to, what can you do? You've made a few mistakes, what can you do? Undo it? No, you can't. You just move on. You try not to make it again. But if you do it again, nothing you can do. Move on again. So that's my principle in life.
And it's brought you where you are now.
I absolutely. And a lot of polishing and cutting and saying I'm not yet the diamond, but a lot of polishing has gone on.
almost then, if she won't say it herself. But you were a journalist as well. Now,
Not well, I am still.
You are still
That's
a
right.
journalist, and lots of people would have seen a very satirical column that you used to write for a weekly newspaper as well.
And people used to say, and now you know there's a certain hued vehicle that will come for you anytime.
I see.
Yeah.
But no. But the thing was, my columns are really funny. They were all true. They're very funny. I mentioned no names, so nobody could get hurt. If it fits, my darling, put it on. That's no problem at all.
Right. So you were very smart with how you wrote your column as well.
Yes.
That obviously makes a lot of sense for me. Would you have any quick tips for people that now you went on from acting to acting in teledramas, and then writing, and then being a mom? Now, when I asked you how is it like to multitask all of these things, you said
I'll tell you, don't be a mom.
don't be a mom. I'm not, oh, you mean a dad?
No, a mom.
Oh, you mean a stay-at-home dad?
This is what Angela says.
That could be your mom. I think that's what she was getting at. Not a mom.
Jason's ego is a bit bruised now. Just a little bit. So we'll give him some time to recover from that.
No, I'm just kidding. I mean, you know what? If you have the urge to do something, my thing is go and do it, because your soul would never be satisfied, it would never be happy if you don't feed that urge.
Right. That way you won't be like, oh, what could have been. I'm guessing.
You've tried it. You've got to be brave. Life is all about being brave, adventurous. That's the excitement. And I tested and tried it, so I know there's a lot of excitement there. Who would have thought I would have gone through this whole gamut of things in my life?
Right.
Great survivor.
Right. So
Hallelujah.
So do you find that people do sort of, crazy things around you so that they maybe will get mentioned in your column and things like
I don't think they do crazy things purposely to get my attention. I think they're crazy themselves. And I sit back and look at them and think, oh goodness, they're mad.
That would be quite a sight though. Hey Angela, look, I'm riding a tractor on the street. How's it going? Like doing something crazy just for the sake.
Like my daughter got into somebody's three-wheeler and drove it on Marine Drive. And there's my daughter, who's just quite fair. She looks somewhat like me. Would you just fancy somebody who's fair and not looking exactly like a three-wheeler driver driving a three-wheeler down Marine Drive?
That is quite a sight.
Why did she do that?
Just the urge to do something crazy. Yes.
Wow. So did any of your children follow you in sort of into the arts, or they moved in different directions?
Yeah.
Well, my second daughter sings and she's into music, which is a very fine sort of art.
Right.
The eldest one is quite the mad one, just like me. She does all sorts of crazy things, but she hasn't gone into the kind of arts that I do professionally. No, she's very talented, but she says she does a job which is even more tiring. She's a stewardess with Royal Jordanian, so she's out of the country. The small one is actually the comic of the family. She could look very straight-laced at you and say the funniest things ever without any expression whatsoever. But she too is not into the arts as such. That's within her.
I see. Okay, but so you are the star of the family then?
I think the second one is now going to be the star in music.
That's right.
Following in her mom's footsteps.
Yes.
All right. But then recently in the media as well, I mean, there's been a lot of allegations, false accusations that you've been cleared of. Our media
is this exclusively creative art. Very diplomatic in what I say. I mean, if they are lazy to find out who did what, they'd say that person has fled the country, which they did to me. So, and I was sitting here in the house and I'm moping about situations. Yes, media does put you into a spot, as you call it.
And then people will just base their
There are a few people. There are quite a few people who actually believe what they read. They believe what they hear on the radio, and they believe what they see on the screen. So, which is
quite unfortunate.
How powerful the media is, and I only wish there was the correctness of journalism in whichever I wish it was correct, but then people want to use it in absolutely various ways, and that could hurt. It's true. That's what media can do, and that's what media has done. That is what media will continue to do till the end of time.
On that note, we'll go into a quick commercial break and we'll be back with more Angela, but do stay tuned because when we come back...
Don't go!
Don't you dare leave that seat, young lady, because when we do come back, we'll be doing the improv thing that we spoke about before.
Yes, we have to do that.
That's right. So we go into this commercial break and we'll be right back with more Good Morning Sri Lanka.